The best thing that happens to us is when a great company gets into temporary trouble, we want to buy them when they're on the operating table. Warren Buffett. Right now, more than ever, is a great time to invest. Today, we're going to be discussing how to get started with stocks and investments. I believe that all young adults should take advantage of today's economic situation and get started with small or large investments, so that way you're paving the way for a great future. So there's a stigma when it comes to the thought of stocks and investments. When people hear those two words, they think, oh, I need hundreds if not thousands of dollars to get started. Wrong. Some people believe that they can't afford it. Wrong. Or they believe that they need to hire somebody to do it for them. This is also wrong. Let's get something straight and let's be real. We all think of stocks and investments because we want one thing, and that is making money. Let's talk about where to get started. There are so many other ways you can go about it, so many apps and programs and softwares you can utilize to invest and throw money into companies and purchase shares and look into other stocks. But for this video, I'm going to talk about the simplest way that you can get started and let your money be worked for you. The best way to get started, in my opinion, is by using an app called Robinhood. This is not a paid ad. Robinhood's not paying me to do this. I just really enjoy the application and I love how simple it is to start investing. One of my favorite features about using Robinhood is the free stock that they give you when starting out. There are other applications that do this as well, but the one thing that's really cool about Robinhood is that I can send you a link and you and I will both get a free stock. It's like an incentive program. Send the link, invite people to come and join you, and guess what? We'll give you a free stock, which is basically free money. If you want a free stock like GoPro or the Cliffs, I'm telling you guys, there's opportunity. It's free money. I've gotten a number of free stocks by just inviting my friends and family to join. So go claim yours, pause this video, download Robinhood, and let's move on with the video. Never lose money. Stay rational and stick to your homework when researching business in which to invest in. Warren Buffett. Okay, so now that you have an account with Robinhood, you're going to see a lot of things right from the beginning. You're going to see a bunch of numbers and names and different acronyms and a bunch of figures and graphs, red and green colors. It may all look confusing, but it's very simple. For starters, green means positive. It means that the company is making money. Red means that they're losing money. Simplest way to explain it. An example, if you have invested in, let's say, Facebook and you bought a share at the price value that the market sells it right now, the figure that you see in Robinhood right now is what the market is selling it for. Say you purchase it at the value it is today. Tomorrow, it may go down, which therefore it will turn red. Or it may go up, which in this case, it will turn green, which means your money is being invested, therefore giving you a profit on what you invested in. There are two forms of investments that I want you to learn today. One is short-term and the second is long-term. So short-term investments are those that you're going to go invest in, buy shares, and then later on, a few days later or weeks later, you're going to pull that money out when it returns a positive profit. So the short-term investment can be also considered day trading, where you're going to keep an eye on your investment and just make sure that you know what they're doing, read the articles and research, so that way you know when it's the right time to pull those funds during that short-term period. A lot of people do this because they want a quick profit, small profit. A lot of people gain like maybe a $10 profit, a $100 profit. Depends on how much money you put in. If you're talking big figures like $1,000 and then tomorrow the company just goes up, your $1,000 will probably double or triple. So day trading is great if you're ready for it and if you have the time for it. If not, then consider the short-term investment where you know some companies are going to be trickling right now during some sort of crisis, like pharmaceuticals, where you can dump money and 4 months from now, you can see how that has grown and then you can pull the funds out. Short-term investment. Now we have the long-term investments. Those are very popular and it's the route that a lot of you are curious about because you want your money to grow as time progresses. Before you think about investing in a company, ask yourself a few questions. First one is, do you know the company? Not just the name, but do you know what they stand for? Do you know their mission? Are you happy standing right beside them? A great personal example of this is when I invested into Disney. When COVID hit, Disney stocks went down, which made it affordable for a lot of consumers to buy. I purchased shares from Disney and I took advantage of the fact that they were very low. I know Disney. I am a Disney fan. My wife and I are season pass holders. We have gone to a number of the parks. We know Disney like the back of our hand. We're in various groups, forums, and we're even Disney timeshare holders. So we know the company pretty well. We know what they're building. We know what they're projecting. We know their future. So we are comfortable and so happy with owning a few shares from Disney, even in the midst of the crisis, because we know that when this crisis is over and the phase through, that Disney stocks will go up, and we're seeing the fruit of it now. Back in March, when I purchased the shares from Disney, they were very low. And in fact, they were going down because some of the productions of films were going down. Mulan didn't get released. A lot of other movies didn't go into production. The only thing that was holding Disney was Disney Plus, and some of the parks that were in construction and renovating and purchasing lots. I know all this because we read articles about Disney. So if I can recommend anything, is to take advantage of the crisis, take advantage of the stocks from those companies that you trust, and purchase a few shares for the long run. I personally invested into 11 different companies, and I own shares from 11 different companies. In total, I have over 100 shares in total from these 11 companies that I have invested in. You can invest as little as pennies to hundreds and thousands of dollars. And I recommend, if you're just starting out, start off little. Look into the penny stocks. Look into small companies that are under $10 and just throw it in there and just experience what that is. Look at how your money's being worked. Look at how the graphs go up and down, and just get to know how the stock market fluctuates. Every day, it's a different value. It could go up and it could go down. It's literally a roller coaster. Don't be scared if your stock just completely tanks, because eventually it will go back up. And let me tell you a personal story. I learned this the hard way, and I'm telling the story to everybody because you got to be okay with your stock just tanking, because eventually it will go up. If they're a reputable company, the stocks will go back up. On March, when everything went to just downhill, everybody went to online, which means video conferencing was very popular. Companies like Zoom, Google, and Microsoft were just booming because they were buying subscription plans, the pro accounts. So I purchased shares from Zoom, and at the time they were very low, so I purchased a few. Something happened a couple of weeks later. The company got sued for privacy concerns, and my money was just going down. I got scared because of the sue. I got scared because they were losing money. So guess what I did? I waited for it to just go up where I could make my money back, and I pulled those funds out. Fast forward to today, my profits would have doubled, if not tripled, if I would have left my money there. So, lesson learned. Even if the company tanks, just be patient and stick it through. Be willing to see your money fall, but just be faithful and hopeful that it will go back up. So to all my young adults, if you have some money in the savings account, don't use all of it. Just use a little bit of it. And go invest into some companies that you believe in. Robinhood is easy, simple, and so convenient to use and to keep an eye on your stocks. So again, go into the description of this video, click that link, and go claim your free stock. That's a great way to get started. And go purchase a few stocks. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I would love to talk to you about it and just dialogue with you about what could be the best route. In my opinion, I've been using Robinhood for a while, and I've made some money on it. I invested from a couple of dollars, now a couple of $100, because I worked my way up the ladder to have that kind of money. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it brought you some value. Go purchase some stocks, go invest, and go win. Cheers, family.